everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, I have my ups and downs, just like everybody else does. But overall, I would say I'm on a pretty even keel. Maybe with more of a tendency towards being happy. Things could be a lot better for me, but they could be a lot worse. And for a long time I thought that most people were a lot like me. It wasn't until I discovered social media and the internet that I figured out that there are a whole lot of people that are just filled with rage and hatred. Now, I still do want to believe that most folks are basically good people. That the loudest voices are not necessarily representing the most people. But it is surprising the amount of negative energy that fuels so many people on the web. It's almost like there's a collective mental illness that has been unleashed by the internet. Now, naturally, there are things that haven't changed. There are racists and xenophobes and sexists and homophobes and outright bigots. And I suppose there's always been that. But it now has an outlet and an amplifier on social media. But it also seems to me that there is just a tremendous amount of undirected rage at anybody that might even think a little bit differently than from somebody else. Now, in my experience, a lot of it seems to come from right-wing Christians, but I'm sure that there are a lot of others out there of various persuasions that are doing the same thing. And a whole lot of it seems to be directed at women. Especially women who rise to positions of power and influence. Whether she's a CEO or a mayor or a congresswoman or a celebrity or an influencer. It seems that there are plenty of men, and maybe even some women, who can't stand to see a woman at the top of her field or even moving up in it. Any woman who rises to prominence can expect to receive death threats, threats of rape and violence, and crude, coarse remarks directed her way. Body shaming, making fun of the way she looks and her clothes. We even have middle-aged men trolling high school girls. When I see stuff like that, I can't help but think that, man, these guys are never going to get laid with attitudes like that. And we have a president who is dumb as a post, but seems to be very skilled at tapping into all that rage. He is the bully in chief. The troll in chief. But this kind of childishness renders him completely unfit for the job of commander-in-chief. We are in an age when the uninformed and the ignorant have as big a platform as people who actually know what they're talking about. Thanks for listening. Well, I want to thank you all for watching my videos. But there are certain changes that Google has made to YouTube, which, since I'm a smaller channel, means that I can't monetize my videos. So I found places where I can. So instead of watching my videos here on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you go either to Patreon or to Top Buzz. They let me monetize videos and I don't even have to put commercials on. So, if you want to become a patron on Patreon, that's fine. If you don't, you can still watch the videos there. I've just kind of given up on YouTube. YouTube is just a place that I use so that I can put my videos in other places. So, Patreon, Top Buzz, the links are in the description box. Thanks a lot.